Welcome to another life-transforming episode of It's Time. Thank you for inviting us in your home, car, hotel room, or prison cell. It's time for healing, restoration, truth, repentance, and deliverance. Open your heart and prepare to receive inspiration and revelation. It's time. Hello, world. Welcome to another telecast of It's Time, brought to you by Ministers Without Boundaries and Eden's Garden, an assisted living facility. I'm your host, Evangelist Jasmine Gordon, and today with me is Miss Robin Russell, a positive influencer and life coach. Today we will be talking about a very sensitive subject. My message to the 325 pounds me. Do you have a message for yourself? The overweight you, the underweight you, the little girl you, or the little boy you? Well, stay tuned. It's time to hear from our guest. Welcome, Miss Robin. How are you?
Great. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Yes.
I know that you are energetic, and so we'll be having a lot of excitement here in the studio on today.
Yes.
Today we want to talk about your message that you have for the 325 pounds you.
Yes.
I don't see it. So where is it?
Oh, it's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Yeah, it's gone. It tried to take me out. So, so it's gone. But I had to really work at this from day one to save my life.
Okay. So before we get there, tell me who Robin is, Robin Russell. Tell me a little bit about Robin Russell.
Well, I am like you say, very energetic. Yes, I'm a 57-year-old. I know, I get that a lot. Yes, a 57-year-old Bahamian American. I've been in Florida for most of my life. I am employed by Health First. I've been with them for 21 years, and I am currently a concierge specialist there. I am divorced from early in years. I have one daughter and 3 grandkids, and I live life on purpose. I encourage people, inspire people on the one life journey that I have to live.
All right, so you know, many people struggle with weight.
Yes.
But you are so candid about your weight loss journey and being overweight. So you mentioned about it almost take you out.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Well, since the age of 15, I had a rare skin disease that is called HS, which is hidradenitis suppurativa. It is a rare skin disease that there is no cure for it. And it worsens as I gotten older and heavier. And I would go for countless procedures. You can get them on under your armpit, you get them under your breast area, or you can get them in your groin area. So mine's were over all my arm. So I would have to go for procedures at least, I would say at least 6 to 7 times a month. They have to be drained and take out the infection out of that. And I could walk around with an imaginary sling because I was in so much pain. But I went on to work, to face life, but nobody would ever know that I was going through that.
So was it painful?
Very, yeah. It was like the size of a golf ball.
So how did it make you feel physically and emotionally?
Physically, I was always in pain, and it was just so hard to fight every day to get up, to fight through that pain when you know you have to go and embrace life. And as far as emotion is concerned, you know, you never know, because it's like it would drain and it would have a smell to it. So you won't know if somebody's smelling that, you know, so you'd be a little embarrassed about that. And then I used to get stained on my clothing, under my arm and what have you. But it was just hard to deal with this since the age of 15. But as I got older, it began to get worse.
So you were conscious of the odor and you were wondering if...
Yes, and just in a lot of pain, and always tearful, but try to fight back because it was so much pain. Yeah.
So what was the cause of that?
They don't know. It runs in my family. It is a rare skin disease. They don't really know where it comes from. But with being no cure, what they do is just go in and lance it. They would go in I have to go in for these procedures when it gets too much. And how you know it's coming to pass, you have like a fever. And then you feel like the throbbing on your arms, and it gets red. And you know that there's no turning point because it has to run its course.
And how long is the course?
It would last, I would say about 3 or 4 days of pain.
So you're saying the onset of it comes with a fever. You mentioned there under your arm, was it like the lymph nodes and stuff?
Yes, right. And where you couldn't even put your arm down, so you're like this imaginary sling. And you're just walking around, with this, but nobody really knows, you're just walking around like this, and just in a lot of pain. And then sometime it'll drain on its own, and you try to patch it up yourself. But this is something that I got accustomed to, so because it was a way of life for me. Yeah.
But looking at you today, I can't tell.
No.
Are you still experiencing that, or it's over?
I'm healed from that. Totally healed. It's a miracle, because the thing about it is with this disease not having a cure for this, it's like over the time from losing the weight, that's what helped subside this disease, and it's gone. The scars are there. The scars are going to always be there because I got so many procedures over the years, so I'm like damaged with the scars.
And not that I'm going to try to pronounce the name of it, but could you repeat it just in case someone else
Hidradenitis suppurativa.
Okay.
That is the name of the disease, but they shorten it and they say HS disease.
What's HS?
Hidradenitis suppurativa. It's just short for someone who's not able to pronounce hidradenitis suppurativa.
Okay, I'll use the HS.
Yeah, you say HS disease.
All right, so here we are. We're talking about losing weight. Take us on that journey.
Well, prior to when I got serious about my weight loss, I used to do a lot of fad diets, and I'm for sure a lot of people can relate to that. So I did the Atkins diet. I did the harsh pills. You're sitting there at 12 midnight looking at an infomercial, for some magic pill, and I will order it. I wouldn't tell nobody, but I will order that pill and, take this so-called miraculous pill, or starvation, or like I said, the Atkins diet. So I managed to get under the 300 mark for that, but I thought I was all that in the bag of chips by then, because I'm under 300 now. But I was still unhealthy. The disease was still there. And so when I went to my doctor, September of 2011, I went there for a procedure because I had an outbreak. And he told me, he said, this is it. This is it. I cannot do no more procedures on you. I have you on the highest meds that I can ever put you on. This is what...
Highest medication.
Medication that they could ever put me on. So he said that this is going to be your choices. Either I can refer you to a surgeon where they go into my pores and they remove the core of the disease out. And he said, could be a chance it could spread. I said, no, that's not going to work. He said, okay. He said, or you're going to have to change some things of how you eat, and
change your diet.
Change your diet and put some exercise in there. And I said, okay, and he said, or you're going to die.
Ouch.
I said, die? He said, yes, because there's nothing else that we can do. So I asked him, could he write me a referral for a weight loss surgery? And he said, no.
Oh.
My doctor is a Christian. He said no. And I said, why? He said, well, why do you want it? I said, because everybody else is doing it. He said, no. He said, because I believe that you can do this on your own, and you're going to help change a lot of people's lives behind this. So now let's go and try to see if we can save your life. So September of 2011, I said, this is it. I'm going to be on a journey to save my life for Affinity.
So you're saying you've lost all that weight and it's not surgery?
No surgery. I get asked that all the time. When did you have your surgery? I'm like, what surgery? The weight loss surgery. I'm like, I never had a weight loss surgery. And my motto that I created for myself, they said, how did you do it? I say, I changed the way I eat and I move my feet. That's my motto.
Say that again.
I changed the way I eat and I move my feet.
So you change your diet and start exercising.
Yeah, but I ain't started exercising right away.
Okay.
Because that was something that I did not want to do. Right. So what I did was I started parking my car farther out at stores, and then I would walk from there into the store, and then I moved from there to I bought a bicycle, just little things here and there. And then my former boss, she encouraged me to do a 5K. So I asked her what was a 5K. She says 3.4 miles. I'm like, you must be crazy. I'm not going to do the Army. She said, you can walk it. So I did. I walked my first 5K in 2011. And from that point to right now, as I'm talking to you, I have 92 medals. Of achievements. And out of those 92, I have completed 4 half marathons. That's 13.1 miles. But if I look back on this journey, there's no way you would have gotten me to do that.
So is it before the weight loss or
it was during.
After? During?
All this was during. Yeah, all this was during. And I just was determined, pure sheer determination to save my life, whatever it takes. So that first race, the 5K, it encouraged me to do more. It encouraged me to, to keep on track to save my life, to lose this weight. And it didn't happen overnight. It was just over time. Yeah.
So what makes you want to share your story now?
Because I know others are going through what I've already been through. So I'm here to encourage, to motivate, to support, and to help inspire someone listening that what may seem hard is definitely not impossible, but only if you believe.
Yeah. Have you found out what's the root cause for the weight gain? Don't answer that. We'll be right back.
All right.
I'm Evangelist Jasmine Gordon, the founder of Ministries Without Boundaries International, a 501c3 nonprofit organization located in Palm Bay, Florida. Since 2006, we've been called to serve the less fortunate, disenfranchised, and single parents locally and internationally. For the past 10 years, we have provided Mother's Day dinner and entertainment for the mothers in our community. We've hosted conferences, prayer breakfast, Father's Day dinner, and medical mission trips through which lives were impacted and transformed. And we will continue to do so with your support.
Did you know there were reasons that prevent our prayers from being answered?
No, I didn't.
38 reasons for unanswered prayers.
Wow! Tell me more.
After I read it, it felt like 2,000 volts ran through my heart. It's eye-opening and thought-provoking. You know what I love about it? It reveals my nonverbal thoughts and exposes my innermost secrets. Believe me, it's life-changing.
Now I'm curious. I want to know why my prayers are not being answered.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are listening to It's Time. And my guest here is Miss Robin Russell. Miss Robin, we know that many people struggle with their weight, and for various reasons. Some are medical reasons, medical condition. Sometimes it's the thyroid, maybe hypothyroidism. You have hyper and hypo. When it's low, they gain weight. It also could be from binge eating. It could be many reasons. What was your reason? What's your root cause for your gain weight?
Stress of life. And that was my comfort zone. Was food.
So tell me about the time when you take food for your comfort.
I would say when I went through my divorce, when I lost my mother, the ongoing HS disease, just tired of being in pain. And just overall, just different stress levels, dealing with my job, people judging me for different reasons, just different walks of my life that I encountered a lot of stress.
Speaking about being other people judging you and being judgmental, what about you? What's been said about you that you want to debunk right now?
That whatever they assumed about me, they're so wrong, you know, until you get to know me. So they would put rumors out about me. Basically, it was mainly like dealing with my child, and from what I had to go through with her, and just with my marriage that I was in, and just people go around, and I guess it would be from jealousy. I don't know. I don't know. But then you get out and you listen, you be like, well, where did that come from? It's like, those people, you don't know me, so where does that come from? So it's just like, until you get to know me, you know.
Yeah. So like, knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently?
As far as?
Yeah, where you are now and where you were. Knowing what you know about everything now, what would you have done differently in your past?
Being more control of the stress in my life, because I know that doesn't, that is not the problem solver. You know, be stressing and worrying. And my dad always taught me that. He said, why would you worry so much and stress out over something that, it really doesn't, it's not really a big deal, but you're making a mountain out of nothing. And I was like, I don't know. It's just like, it's just the feeling that you that you have. And I said, I guess to do something different, just take better care of myself. I let myself go. And I let my eating habits take over. And the stress take over, where it almost took me out in my health.
Tell us a little bit more about that, when it almost took you out. So you're saying your being overweight affected your health.
It affected my health, my mental, status, emotionally, physically. I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do in life. I was more pleasing people than to live life for myself.
So what's your weight now?
155.
From 325 pounds to 155. What's your message to the 325-pound you?
You no longer control me. Yeah,
Hallelujah.
I'm in control. He's down 325 pounds, is dead. And there's no way I would go back, because I was on this mission to save my life from day one, from September of 2011. And I said I would not look back. I will only look back to help others and to help encourage them that you can do this. Nothing is never impossible.
Have you seen how your life has been positively effective towards others?
Absolutely. People come to me all the time. And sometimes I can see it visually. I can see, and sometimes it's not always about the weight. It's about coming out of comfort zones, living life. And they would just come up to me and say, thank you. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being who you are, for what you do. Because of you, I'm starting to do this now. I'm starting to, come out of my comfort zone and live life. And thank you for being an inspiration. And sometimes I don't even know some of these people, because where I work at, we have our own social network. And we have nearly almost 10,000 employees. And so I'm always on there inspiring and encouraging and sharing things with the other associates. That's so awesome. I could see someone out there and they'll call my name, but I would never know who they are. And then I ask them who they are and where they work at. And then they'll tell me, and they just say, thank you.
Okay, so earlier you mentioned about you changed the way you eat and you move your feet. So take us a little bit back to when this started. You mentioned 2011, and you didn't want to die, and you've decided that, you know what, I have to lose this weight. How long did it take you? What did you do? You said there was no surgery. What did you do for those people who are watching, struggling with their weight? Tell us a little bit about what you did.
Well, prior to starting my journey, believe it or not, I would eat out of platters. A lot of food. It's just like it was like endless. Like I had a stomach that just wouldn't close up. So greasy food. So I invested in like an air fryer. I was the fast food queen. So I'm always at a fast food restaurant. And so what I started to do was I started eating out of the dessert plates to control my portion.
Smaller plates?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
the smaller plates, because I was eating out of the bigger plates, the platters.
Okay.
So I went from the platter to a dinner plate, and a dinner plate to the dessert plate, but no stacking. So I'll eat more vegetables and protein and a little starch. And I trained myself to eat this way, and it minimized my stomach like a surgery would. So today, if I try to eat a lot, I won't be able to eat it.
So we hear about your success. What's your failure, quickly?
What's my failure? Will probably be, I would say, not taking care of my health. Everything is just revolving around that, because that hindered me from living.
And if you were sitting in my seat, what question would you ask that I didn't ask you? Don't answer that. We'll be right back.
Mom needs more care than I'm able to give. I looked at a few big assisted living facilities, but I'm not comfortable. I'm afraid she might get lost in the system and neglected.
You should call Eden's Garden Assisted Living Facility in Palm Bay, Florida. If you're looking for personalized care, safe environment, patient and compassionate staff, tranquil and friendly atmosphere. A nurse is always on premises, and their monthly rates are affordable and all-inclusive.
Bigger is not always better.
Call Eden's Garden. Don't delay. Call today.
When I first started serving the Lord, I never knew I'd get this far. I never knew I could make it after all. So many times I failed the Lord, got discouraged and almost fall. But Jesus came and helped me. Now I'm still holding on. Yes, I am. I never knew I could make it. I never knew I could stand. I never knew I could make it. But thank God He held my hands. As time goes by, I realize it's not an easy road. There are valleys, mountains, and clouds. There are tunnels and storms. But I know I'll make it somehow. By God's grace, I'll overcome. I'm determined, for God I live, and for God I'll surely die. I never knew I could make it. I never knew I could stand. Lord, I never knew I could make it. But thank God He held my hands. I never knew I could make it. But thank God He held my hands.
Welcome back. I never knew that I could make it. I never knew that I could stand. I can tell you, I am 1,250 pounds. And I'm on a journey myself. I asked you earlier, what would you ask, if you were sitting in my seat, what would you ask that I didn't ask?
How I'm feeling.
Okay, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Okay.
Yes.
I want you to take a few minutes and encourage someone who is sitting in your seat, who has been where you have been,
Yes.
and need to be encouraged.
Yes, yeah. Don't give up. This journey is not easy, and you have to take one stride at a time, one day at a time, and you will accomplish, you will achieve what you have set yourself out to do from the beginning, from day one. And I'm here to tell you as a living testimony, it can be done. It was hard. It was real hard. And sometimes when the people that you think that are there for the support, it was nobody around. And I found myself, it was just me and God every day to give me the strength to go to face the world and say, I can do this. And so can you. You can do it as well. You have to keep yourself motivated, encouraged, determined to win this race. And I believe in you, and I trust that you can endure this journey.
Great, well said. How can our listeners reach you?
Oh, well, they can reach me on Facebook at God's Rare Jewel, Robin, God's Rare Jewel Russell on Facebook.
Finish this statement for me. It's time.
It is time to grab back what is yours, and which is your health. Because without your health, you won't be pretty much no good at anything. You need your health, right? Because health is better than wealth. I believe it is. Right. So you want to be healthy on this journey?
So it's time to take your health back.
It's time to take your health serious. Yes, and take back, and just one stride at a time.
Thank you so much, Miss Robin, for being here. Indeed, it's a pleasure chatting with you. I also want to remind you that God can do more for you in 1 minute than you can do for yourself in a lifetime. All you have to do is make the choice, and God will make the changes. But don't get it twisted. It's your choice that will determine your destiny. And as I said earlier, you're not alone in your struggle. You're not alone with what you're going through. And if there's something that we said here and you want to see or hear again, please visit us on YouTube. You may watch it again on YouTube. And if there's a subject that you would like us to discuss, please reach out to us at the P.O. Box or the telephone number. We would love to hear from you. And we ask you to be a partner with us so its time can continue. Dear friend, I want to say thank you for keeping us company. Thank you for being here. And I want to encourage you, and I want to let you know, you are not alone. You are God's masterpiece. One day at a time. You may be overweight. It may be your health. You're struggling with something, but just trust God. You can't trace him, but just trust him. See you same time, same place next week. God bless you.
Hi, I'm Evangelist Jasmine Gordon. Thank you for inviting me in your home, car, hotel room, and place of work. I do hope you've gained something from this soul-stirring episode. We would love to hear from you. Call, text, or write us at the information listed below. And if you are led to sow into Ministries Without Boundaries, you may do so via Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, or the P.O. Box. And don't forget to join us for another soul-stirring episode right here, for it's time.